Team family boy.
Yes.
Yeah. We were temporarily indisposed, technically. It has been a while. It feels like
A long time.
it's not a long time. Yeah, it is your boy and your girl, and you know it's Real Talk Extra, making up for the Real Talk Live that we missed out on. So, it's your boy. So as people are coming on the vibration, you know, with WhatsApp option,
Yes, we do.
where you can send your highs, your hellos, and everything in between. We will post the WhatsApp number for you guys to call in or send voice notes, and we will play it live. Real Talk Live Extra. Real Talk Extra. And the topic for today is long distance relationships. Can you dig it?
Can you?
Can you handle it? And we will be getting into the do's, the don'ts, the pros, the cons, and everything in between about long distance relationships. Have you ever been in a long distance relationship? How does it correlate? I know about that long distance thing. I in Trinidad and somebody else in France, and whole relationships going on. Yeah, but there are some people who can attest to long distance relationships and it working out somehow.
Why did it
I
somehow?
don't know. So as the time progress and regress, we will be getting into vibration.
Yes. So does distance really make the heart grow fonder?
Distance, absence. I think absence makes the heart grow. Yeah. When you miss somebody, you know, it just be a little more.
Well, normally in the code they say this. They use the word distance.
Big up Abby on the live from
Abby.
England. There will always be an England.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, there's a WhatsApp button to the top of the page. You can click on it, send your voice notes. Remember, you're saying your name. You're watching Real Talk Live.
Real Talk Live.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And I'll also be dropping the number in the comment section.
Kyla, feel free to utilize the WhatsApp button. Long time no see. The COVID has us far apart, but soon things will change, hopefully. So the topic for today is long distance relationships. Place in the comment section or on the WhatsApp option if you have ever been in a long distance relationship. What do you think? Does it work? Does it not work? We want to hear your vibes, your views, your vibrations. It's Burn Team. We're about physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness. Holistic approaches is what we are.
All about.
Hopefully. Yes? So chicks, I know chicks have point form set out. Pros and cons and all these things. So we let Chica start with her explanations of all things.
Of all things.
Yeah.
Alright. So a long distance relationship is actually a romantic relationship between two persons who live far apart and they are unable to meet on a frequent basis.
So it are people in long distance relationships living in the same country.
Yes, there are persons who are in long distance relationships. So sometimes a long distance relationship might be, some persons might consider, okay, if you live in, like, let us say Trinidad, you wouldn't consider somebody living south from Port of Spain long distance, but if it is an extreme ends, then they may actually consider it long distance. Yeah, Toko compared to Point. Extreme ends.
Big up yourself Frank C. Prasad on the live. We have a WhatsApp option, long time. Good to see you. We'll go to the message board, man.
Message board. So we have Frank saying hi, bro, good night, and sweet dreams, my darling. I was busy painting and cleaning house, and I got stuff from the 80s and 90s.
Oh, boy.
My question is, does 90s... I'm not sure, no? Something about 90s generation. You can clear that up? Does...
It's still the 90s generation. Boy, I don't know, you know. I'm still looking. But the topic for today is...
long distance relationship.
So Frank, tell us, have you ever been in a long distance relationship? So in the comment section, feel free to put, you know, or in the WhatsApp section, have you ever been in a long distance relationship? Use the WhatsApp option if you feel like.
So the WhatsApp number is actually in the comment section, and the number is 1-868-346-0730.
Big up Nika Charles, alright, you know, in and out, much love. Big up Miss Bartholomew on the live as well. And the topic is long distance. Can you handle it? How many of us think they can handle a long distance relationship? Place it in the comment section or place it in the WhatsApp section. And do you think that two persons can really hold it down? I am living in Trinidad and the other person is living in Switzerland. Long distance. And they get to see me twice a year.
Alright, yes, so what Frank is saying, what he means is 90s generation relationships. What is really a 90s generation relationship?
Children of the 80s.
Into the 90s.
No, well, children of the 80s had a different way of thinking. And I think 90s relationships, I mean, that is coming out of the open relationship and this relationship and that. It have a more broad spectrum, so you gotta be a little more specific. Big up Asia on the live. Yeah, I believe it still exists in a very minute scenario. Frank. So Frank, can you handle a long distance relationship? Sonali, can you handle a long distance relationship? And to them and those. So Chica is going into the ins and outs.
Right, so we're going to talk about the pros, we're going to talk about the cons, and then we will get into tips of how to maintain a long distance relationship. So
She
to the
can
message board,
just wait. She's just wait for the messages.
see,
Oh, they don't know it.
I
though.
can hold it down,
Wow.
small thing. I got my tools.
Tools, you say? Can you elaborate on the tools? Right, so I'm from the 79s, 80s.
Well, I guess she means she was the last of the 70s.
Wow. It's a strange year. Boy. Yeah, but I mean, so Nika is saying she can hold it down.
Yes.
Elaborate on the hold down with the tools. I don't know. With the tools. And people, we want to understand long distance relationships. It's very, very hard.
Yes.
And you see the person, like, if you see them for 5 times for the year, you see them plenty. That is if someone's in another country, they have to come over, it might be for Christmas, you know, that they get time off from work. So can you ladies handle it? Place it in the comment section or in the WhatsApp.
Can you ladies? What about the men?
Yeah, well, ladies, right
So
now
we
full of
have
the life.
Frank saying, I had a long distance relationship, but end up with pressure and just let it slip in. That's
Yeah, I
Frank.
mean, well, you see what about the guys?
Right, so right.
The
that
Frank go through that.
Yes, he had one.
And it's end up,
Yeah.
of course. This is Burn Team, so remember to click share on your
Yes.
page there.
And we have Abby saying she don't think that she can handle a long distance relationship.
So the pros and the cons, she...
Yes, so we will start off with good stuff. So,
Good stuff in a long distance relationship, really?
yes,
Good
the
stuff.
pros, yes.
I see it.
All right. So number one is when you actually do get to spend time, you most likely will spend quality time together because you have so much to talk about. You miss the person.
It will have talking.
Well, I'm just using the word talk, right? It will have talking. It will have, that bonding time.
Bonding?
Yes, the bonding.
You will see
in
your significant other
needs,
for a year.
And the sexual aspect
You
of
talking
things.
about talk.
Talk, sex, all these things. You will spend quality time with them.
That is the pros.
Yeah, that's a pro. It will be
Nice.
like real quality time, right?
So you're doing pros, cons, or
We're going pros.
next pro.
The next pro is that you as an individual can develop a unique identity. Yes, a unique identity. Right? Because sometimes when it is persons are together, very often they may not have their own identity. So having a long distance relationship as oftentimes allows person to have their unique identity. They have their own friends. They focus on their work.
Is that pro?
They actually say that is a pro. This is not my point.
So the topic for today is long distance relationships. Can you handle a long distance relationship? Place it in the comment section below. Ask your friend or whoever, home in your house, can you handle a long distance relationship? You in Trinidad, the other person in France. You seen them 5 times for the year if you're lucky. Can you handle that? Can you work with that? One person said they can. They have tools. I don't know if it's Bagwan or...
Well, it's a lie and they're acting like you don't know my tools.
Aye.
Men, on the other hand, she don't know.
Big up yourself,
Right.
Kenton.
Right, so we have Sonali saying, I think I can, but there must be constant and fluid communication. We have Campbell. Hi, Campbell.
Big up yourself, Kemba.
From Tobago.
Straight out, it go.
She's saying, no, she can't. Right, and the other thing is number 3, pro. You will never run out of things to talk about.
What?
Because you're in different locations. So that is a pro. You shouldn't have to run out of things to talk about.
So I
We
want to
will
play
get-
devil's advocate.
We will get to the cons.
So
We
can
will
I
get
be
to the
devil's
cons
advocate for the
just
pros?
now. You will be devil's advocate just now.
I was asking. I wanted for all the ladies who say no, they can't. So let's see.
Somebody say horn. Celeste is saying horn.
Oh, God, I'm more Tobago. That is trouble. Celeste is trouble incarnate. What's up, chick? Yeah. So, you listen. You and the person, let me say, you meet in Trinidad, right? So, you're going down, you're dealing in Trinidad. And maybe he get a job, maybe in New York, and it's like a 3 months off, and then he come home for a month, and then the next 3 months. You can make that work? So ladies, answer that question. Does it have a variable in the meeting that you all could work with? Right? In the sense of, he get a job outside of Trinidad, but he just be home every 3 months. Would that be able to hold the candle? Celeste, you could hold out?
So we have Nika saying, she's responding to Sonali's constant and fluid communication, saying that, not really, I saw a friend slept with someone and he was talking to his girl.
Yeah, we're going on, right? Real talk. We have a WhatsApp button. Chika would tell us what the
Right, so the
WhatsApp...
number is 1-868-346-0730 and the message board is hot right now.
So feel free to use the WhatsApp option and we will run the WhatsApp on the live so that everyone could hear all these crazy,
Oh my gosh.
crazy,
So we have Frank saying the long distance relationship is trust and loyalty. But new generation relationship is side chick guy or side chick or ornament or pussy watch man, and the list goes on and on.
Manada watch it in a soul, yeah.
So the number is 346-0730. I just call in the 1-868 for those who are on the outside.
Right, so you all could call in on WhatsApp or you can send a voice note via WhatsApp with your comments and all the craziness that you people are creating at this point in time. Continuing with the pros.
Right.
Pros.
4.
I ain't seen much pros in this thing.
Right.
Asia, you too hot to handle a long distance relationship.
Number 4. You actually get to miss and truly appreciate.
Why I could go
Your
down the road and
partner.
I could miss me?
That is true,
Truly
but that
miss?
is
You-
like a real miss. Right, so we have Rihanna's, the message board is really hot, huh? I think it depends on the stage of the relationship, yes.
Ah.
If it started as a long distance, then maybe it can work. But if the couple have been involved for a while before it was long distance, it may be very difficult.
Volume on this thing. Very difficult.
She said if it, they started off as normal and then it becomes long distance, then it may be difficult. Celeste, this is good. I have to be on your life all the time.
Miss Lady, you need to behave yourself. So that's from Tobago. So when we come over to Tobago, we're going to give a lot of trouble. So Celeste is our official, unofficial tour guide as we, the trouble team reach now. Nice. So, as the thing go.
So she's saying and no pros. And one more, right?
Is that our next pro?
Yeah, just one more. They
Oh,
say
that
that
real
is a
pros
pro.
in this thing, man.
It's 5 by 5, okay? People may not see it as pros. It all depends on you, right? Sonali is responding, saying, well, then lack of loyalty, that's all I can see.
The message board right
And
now.
Silla say, I don't want to be missing anyone. That isn't fun.
So what about absence making the heart grow fonder? So people in the message board or on the comment section, use your WhatsApp as well. Use the WhatsApp and say what you need to say, man. Yeah? Does absence really make the heart grow fonder? Because if you get to miss somebody, as we're saying in one of the pros, and they finally come,
Yeah.
you're talking about the quality of the time spent. Would that be better than if the person just went somewhere in the country and they miss them and you could actually access them? I think the access to the person is the problem.
Yeah.
Because if they're somewhere in Russia and they tell you they're coming home 18 months
Yes, and that's where we will be going into the tips on how you can possibly maintain. But of course, it's always based on the individual because there's also the other saying, out of sight, out of mind.
Hey, well, I try to hear the tips, right, of the long
We
distance
will get to there.
to keep it jiggy.
I didn't say anything about keeping it jiggy. I said keeping it to maintain
Alright, hold on,
and
hold on.
healthy. Where did jiggy come out?
No, what I'm saying is that if your significant other is far away, right, it has something to keep the fire burning.
But now what happened is we are now in the age of technology. Now if it is the man on a ship
Have
that's...
avatar home where she could just come in the house in the avatar, or is that online something?
Oh my gosh, it will be an online something. But the only thing is, if it is your partner is working on a cruise ship or something, then that's going to be a little bit more challenging.
So Ria Nelson, feel free to place in the comment section how you would keep the romance going. So the WhatsApp section is there, the comment section on Facebook is there. I like the WhatsApp because I can hear you people voices.
Yes.
Yeah. But Ria, tell us. Celeste, tell us, how would you keep this fire burning if the Mr. So let me say a current Mr. Celeste, your current Mr. He had to go away for 4 months to do some work. How would you keep that fire going? Ria and Celeste, Sonali, Abby, Nika,
Kemba. But
Kemba.
Kemba's saying she don't think she could deal with it anyway, so...
Kemba, you going on that road?
Nah.
So your boyfriend come and say, babe, say what? I get you a nice little something, it's us dollars, but I had to be away for 3 months. Is that zero? Is the relationship done there? I said, I don't know. Right? So she can give us the We're going to the cards now. Let me get to the meat.
Actually, I didn't use it, say the last pro on
Okay,
the
alright.
whiteboard.
Oh,
So the
plenty
last pro
pros,
on
eh,
the
people? Wow.
whiteboard would have been,
More pros in this
you,
thing.
you never have the dreaded issue of space. So you know when it's time to brush your teeth, use the washroom, or even maybe wash some clothes or whatever it is, the space
Shaky
factor,
with that, eh?
right? They say you wouldn't have to fight for space then. So Rhea is saying sexy pictures, but like it is the random pic in something sexy.
Now, fellas, do not go and stalk Ria's profile page, guys. You know, when you're hearing these things. Let's not be stalking. Real space. Space
Yeah,
like that.
Space. So you don't have to be saying.
Space let you have that thing.
Yeah. Space. So they say that is actually a pro.
So the pictures now, random. You know, that would keep somebody the fire blazing enough for 6 months, 8 months in Russia and in
I
Trinidad.
feel so, nah?
8 months in Russia and the pictures holding them up. I don't know, I just asking. What
I
do you
don't
think?
know. Maybe it depends on the person. It all
Them
depends.
pictures might be correct.
This is all based on the individual. If they
Yeah.
decide to really be committed, however near or
Chica,
far,
them
it's
pictures
based
had to
on
be
the
on
person.
point to the point.
yeah.
That 8 months. Anyhow, we're going to the cards now.
The cons. First and foremost, the trust issues.
But you can't even trust the shadow.
Right? Trust issues. So they will have some trust issues. So like Nika said the example where yes, the fella talking to the girl, normal, or vice versa, though she didn't really say. Yeah, I think she said yeah. But it could be either way. They're talking, but it has somebody else there physically present that they actually having sexual relations with. Yeah.
Maybe that's to help the stimulation and it's help stimulate.
Right? So, yes, trust issues will arise. So, if
Oh,
it is.
wait, just
you
now,
know,
just now, right? Just
Trust
now.
issues.
In reality, right? Let me
In
get this thing
reality.
correct. Alright, let me boil it out. The guy is having sex and texting.
No, not texting at the same time. They might know this is the time we will call one another. But after the call, the woman could be right there or a man
So we're
could be
trying to
right
say,
there.
I thought it
waiting.
was happening during and while things happening.
Me know how to doing that.
That is real skills.
That was different skill.
Tell that man I need to speak to him. To be having sex and texting her at the same time while she did you latch me? Right, moving on.
Right? So, yes, trust
Borrow.
issues. And
Four hands.
Right?
Well, let's wait up inside there. Who can guess what it have inside? Like, guess.
Really guess.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because when trust issues may arise, one, it may not be in constant communication. So Sonali mentioned there should be constant and fluid communication. If that's not there, the other partner will start wondering, but why this person decide this is the time we're gonna call, they're not really sticking to it, they're starting to move strange. Yes, trust issues will come about. Right?
Nika
Two,
saying yes. Nika is saying yes to what?
Yeah.
He was having sex and texting you?
apparently.
Skills. That's real skills, G. I can't see it happening. Anyway, go ahead.
Two, conversations can become stagnant. So while the pro was saying that it will never run out of anything to talk about,
If you have no money to put on your
Conversation.
phone to talk, no, I telling you, no. This
Yeah.
all this conversation, take all they talking,
Rhea
right?
is saying texting during is possible depending on the position.
So we're trying to tell me, Rhea. Miss Nelson. Have you ever been in this type of situation before? And I did not answer my last question. Well, she answered kinda. How this thing happening? Celeste know me.
Celeste,
She know me.
she says some kind of protein shake.
She
Look
know
at
me.
that.
Like the only person to cover this life and guess what I drinking without trying a million, one shot.
Yeah.
She and Andy. Because she know me. She knows me. Celeste, tell them how long I know you for. Time the years. From the age of what? Right, so moving forward.
Right, so yes, conversations can become stagnant because what people end up seeing is like a daily routine. They
Yeah.
already know what to talk about, and really it end up becoming out of sight, out of mind.
How the phone bill looking with all this talk I call in Russia from Digicel? Or the mobile?
There's something called WhatsApp and Facebook.
So you know I had data. So I had data to talk whole day, 5 years.
Not whole day. You're not talking whole day. It's not whole day.
There's so much you could do on our WhatsApp.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Right, and of course, it is harder to sustain. It is really hard. So that's how we started offline. Said it's really hard to hold on a long-term relationship. So we have Sonali saying, I wouldn't doubt it. People texting or calling and jamming. If they really want to, they would.
Uh-huh. It is a touchy situation. The topic is, you see?
Yeah. Since she's 10 years old.
So people, yeah, ancient
And she's
days.
26 now.
Ancient days. So always remember I was here from many millennia. Yes, in all the stages of her life, they grow up so fast. Yeah, moving along.
Yes. So
Moving
yes,
along.
it's harder to sustain. Number 4, words lose their value. So while it might be telling people, no, I miss you so much.
And
I love you.
so what?
I'm being faithful.
It has been 10 months.
It loses its value. Those words lose their value. You keep hearing the same thing, and as I say, actions speak louder than words. So you may be saying all these things, but you already mean it. So of course, that is where the conversations will become stagnant. That is where, of course, trust is because they realize this person saying it like it just becomes robotic. They're just saying it just because.
So what you're saying that the relationships we in now is not the real, as Frank was saying, it's not the relationships of old. Eh?
No, it just
Because in yesteryear, it didn't matter where your partner was, you would hold the faith.
some people. Because long
With
time,
a
let
horn.
me tell, yes.
Or
let
2
me,
or 3
Yes.
or 7. If you're going for 12 months, pictures
People
real.
could be present and it happening and so
Pictures real. 12 months, boy. Them pictures on them who is that? Them is Stella pictures, boy. It's like, what? Moving along.
Alright, and last but not least, things start to slowly deteriorate. It starts to like
I
fizzle out.
think you're losing the connection. Eh? Remember, we as beings, we need to connect on certain levels. And when we start to lose that connection, the vibration, the frequency gets weak. It comes like you're going out of the service area. You're on your cell phone and you're going out of the, you're breaking. You see when they jump on the plane and they say, well, I'm going for here. Hello, you start to break up the service area. You're too far. I know of people who have been in long distance relationships.
So we have Ria saying virtual dates, virtual sex.
Oh my God, Ria, you're
Open
so
relationship during the period.
What's the point of that?
Right, so. Oh God.
No, it's like I hear. To me, the time frame. Now, as I said before, if the guy just going for 3 months, I think you could do all of that.
Yeah, you
right?
could
So
handle that.
that is what Ria suggested. Let's say the guy doing some work or the girl, she doing some work overseas, maybe offshore, the rig breakdown and whole month there. You have people working offshore and still getting problems with that. But at 3 months, and your partner know you're coming back home, they could say, right, he or she gone to work for 3 months and they're coming back. But 3 months turn into 7, and then 7 months turn into 10, and then 10 months turn into 18 months. It's had a breakup by the signal. Yeah, it had.
Yeah. All right. So Celeste is saying people need emotional support most of the times, And if you're not getting the attention needed, then to me you'll get irritated and annoyed. You need a certain amount of attention and support to feel loved. She goes on to say, if you don't feel loved, then eventually you'll just get turned off and lose feelings for the person.
Feel free to use the
And
voice
she say,
note.
I'm not going through that.
Feel free to send the voice note. And we could hear all that we just type. Them fingers are like...
Oh my gosh. So we are finally going to the WhatsApp.
Oh, hey, we got a voice note.
I'll be here and you're watching Real Talk Live.
England in the house.
I'm on work, guys. If you hear any noise, my apologies. Right. I consider myself to be a very faithful, 100%. If I am in, a perfect relationship. So,
Perfect.
long
Nice word.
distance may not bother me per se. But knowing the times that we're living in, temptation is a mug.
Yes.
And the dress code these days with these girls, women, men can be tempted very easily and get themselves in trouble. So I think it will be safe for me to leave the long distance alone.
Aye. Big up Abby from England on the inside. Abby just be first on the draw. Quick, like Quicksilver. So,
Yes.
Abby is saying, well done,
Yes. Yeah.
Abby is telling us that, in not so many words, it depends on the person.
Yeah, she's saying it depends on the person's mindset. So we have Celeste saying that open relationships will never work, and Rhea is saying it depends on the person's mindset.
Concerning what? The
Open
time?
relationship. Right? So Celeste is saying it is never know for sure if they're coming back. So much things could happen.
Hey, you just know when they're from South and they went to me, go down. So don't just always keep it straight. When you say open, right, and you say, okay, go on.
We need to say what's open. We need to have a live on open relationship.
Open.
What
Go
does
ahead and do what you want. You don't go on. I mean. Yeah, that Abby from England, Celeste, she voice have a nice little ring to it. Yeah, Abby. Celeste is saying you have a sexy voice. Paps. Right. I mean, open or close. The distance, I think the distance plays a very powerful factor. Big up Z on the inside. Now the system said. The distance and the time the distance happening. If somebody gone for 3 years, I mean...
Well, that's a really long time.
You had to have real tenacity to hold on to that. With, blindly,
Real commit. You really decide, I'm really staying committed, no matter how long, no matter how far.
Z, the topic is long distance relationships. Can it work for you? Can you make it work? And if you were in a long distance relationship, what are some of the things you do to keep the man focused on you?
Only.
So you're trying here in Australia. Is that? Yeah.
Right, woman, that's a saying, woman does want to kill the man who right here.
Sure, right about that.
Oh gosh.
Wally, a young lady told me, hey, let me take hold while I could see him. I want to take it. I don't know what the difference is to be in New York. Rhea, 3 years. What happened?
Yes, and you have to join in nunnery.
Nothing wrong with that. They say you Hail Marys until you come back and to say you love me. If you say you love me. And I saying, girl, I got a big contract. No, I don't understand. Let me see, it happened like that. The next thing your boy get, your girl get a nice little, and he handing you. Because people do that.
Yes.
People get a foot up in life, and they have to leave. And when they leave, they're still making sure the peeps home get taken care of. So I asking now, you're with somebody, Celeste, Rhea, Abby, Z, everybody else, right? You're with the guy. He going away for an extensive period of time, but he making sure everything good home. He handling you, everything nice, money running because you know he's a different zone. He reassure you that he coming back. You had the backyard. You know he
And
leave you.
and every time your money running it, and
He
no land, and
leave
no
it. You're in
thing.
charge of the funds. You know, he make you handling certain things. Would that have a different effect on what the decisions being
Yeah.
put
So
out?
Ria is saying, seriously, it depends on the couple's commitment to make it work. And let us go to some tips. As she said, the couple's commitment.
She got tips. I want tips from the audience.
As
What
well.
all you going and do to keep the fire burning,
Yes.
blazing.
Right.
See disappear. Anyway,
So number 1, be committed to the relationship.
that's a tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So you have to know what it is you want. If it is you know that you can't handle a long distance relationship, it don't make sense getting into it. Right? You have to have a discussion before you decide, especially if it is you already in a relationship with the person, and as Lion say, they get an opportunity to go out there, make some more money. It's a real nice opportunity
COVID,
that
you
you
know, COVID they call
really
me.
want to pass
If
by.
they call man, they write the right check.
Yeah?
God.
So let's say she coming too. But it might be a situation where you're unable to go with the person because what you have, let us say you all have a business there.
So let's
and you have to run.
shoot that with you.
You have to run it here. Right, you have children, so having to carry the children back and forth and
Yeah, what's the let's tell you? In a
she
nutshell.
going.
Yeah, deal. I
no deal.
riding the plane. Is either we ride or die. Tell them, your madam come in, organize all of it, this is one bed. Now if you have a career and you don't
Yeah,
wanna,
you don't want to leave.
yeah, so it have a lot of
It have a lot,
variables.
yeah, it have a lot of variables. So we're talking about any cases where you really cannot afford to go with the person out there. You have to decide with that person. It have a lot of variables. It depends on how long the relationship was. Now I think if it is the relation, this is just my view. If it is the relationship was there a long time and you're already committed in that relationship, you may have, children and all these different things. You may be more committed then. So let's just say this day and age, no one is taking commitment seriously. Well, I wouldn't say no one. A lot of persons are not
She
taking
can like to live in the age of the 1%.
A lot of persons are not taking it seriously. Right? I take commitment seriously. I don't know, I could speak for myself.
So in the 1% of this universe, the comment
Yes,
section.
Ria, there's always vacation. It may not be long, but it's an option. Right. Set and end date. So as Diane said, some persons they might have where they spend 3 months in the country outside and then they come back in. So you have an end, okay, this is how it's going to work. Every 3 months I'll be coming, I'll spend a month or a week and go back. Whatever it is. Right? Whatever it is.
Again.
So ladies on the life, which of you all actually do take commitment seriously in this day and age?
Is that?
Who
So we're going
take
to
commitment
explain
seriously?
what commitment is.
So,
Oh
we
my
are
God.
saying, I beg to differ, some people do take commitment very seriously. Yes, so yes.
Some people is in the
do.
percentage of, I think, Celeste is making the point based on the general population and not the 1 or 2 persons that would take commitment seriously. The way society is formed now, it's not based on that. It is a nice thought to have. It's a nice thought to put out there that we should be committed to anything, whether it be
Yeah.
the job, whether it be goals, lifestyle change. It's good that we have a problem with commitment on our whole, with anything, even for ourselves, right? So it would be nice for people to hold commitment in that place, but the general consensus now it is not along those lines. Pick up Miss Thomas
So we have,
on the live.
so let's say in long distance relationships, a message from God saying that it isn't meant to be.
Who made Ria laugh? I don't understand. Yes, it's to make me laugh. So let's.
And Rhea say, I take commitment because I don't like wasting my time. Yes, she laughing at
And we have
Celeste's
Mario.
comment.
We have Mario.
Remember? Right, so
Mario,
Celeste-
you all have to sign for Mario. Right?
Yes, good night.
So it's
Yes.
right. So we got Mario. Mario is deaf. So we just hailing Mario on the live, the thing go. So who made Rhea laugh?
So, right, Celeste is making Rhea laugh with this statement, long distance is a message from God, saying that it isn't meant for me.
Well, boy, that's a big message. Because how you could have a relationship with somebody live in Iceland and I ain't Trinidad.
So Rhea said she take commitment seriously.
Cool.
She's one of those persons. So ladies, he's saying yes, he's good, I'm home safe. Right, that's Mario. So he is saying at the starting of the relationship you will be committed, but it always have a but in it.
Yes, so I marry you again.
Yes. So we have people having different views on the long term
So we
and
believe
commitment.
we believe in
Yes.
So we believe in views.
Yes.
It's nice. I didn't think this topic would have generated so much interest. So some people based on the situation
Yeah,
would
based
be.
on
Yeah.
those variables.
So we have any more tips?
Yes.
Nice.
Do stuff together even though you're far apart. So now Rhea talk about the virtual aspect, right? Virtual dates. Virtual.
I had to talk to Mario too. People, we have to sign for Mario. So
Yes.
don't catch it. Yeah.
Virtual. So we have Nika. Hi all, ethics, variables, mindset, common goals, emotional attachments. Commitment in this era isn't at the top of many persons' to-do lists. Right, so Mario's asking.
Yeah, just sign for Mario.
He ain't have any girlfriend.
Mario's.
Yes. Right, so doing stuff together. So what you can also do virtual and Rhea already suggested it.
So
do
Rhea, what
virtual
kind
dates.
of virtual dates you're gonna
You
have?
could set up a movie night.
This is a guy away.
She said virtual sex as well. It all depends on your partner. You have to know your partner,
Rhea, you had virtual sex before.
You
Anybody
have to
on this
know.
live? I'm hearing a lot of things and I want to learn as well. It's a learning, How? Explain to us, Rhea, PG-13, if you want to say it on the WhatsApp. You would go about the virtual sex part to keep your partner, keep the fire blazing. Yeah? Big up everybody on the live, man. All remember, click share.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Make fun plans. So when it is you all are getting to meet, you can make plans. Okay, the person is coming this point in time. This is what we can do when it is they come. Right? Celeste, I think you need to send a voice note for us,
Celeste could be
She say, "My
giggling. If you
best
get a
friend's
voice note, it's
wife
only giggle.
lives Canada while he lives Trinidad. Guess what? Level 1. I'm not going through that. And he's still being loyal.
It have a on level one. I just listen. We treat
It
these
is just
talented.
to express it.
Listen to
you
me now.
understand? Not just
When you
on
say level one, the level going like this. So on level one could be like this.
No, level horn is like horn like real fast. It's on a high level. Yes. So Mario is letting you know that he's a single 20-year-old man.
So let's.
So let's just say I ain't going through virtual anything.
So we waited on Rhea either to send the voice note or to call in. So Rhea is gonna explain to the Burn Team family going straight from England, we don't have Canada in the house right now. We have England, Chile in the house. We have Tobago in the house.
Yes.
And Ria is going to tell us how she goes about this.
Virtual.
I am waiting patiently. It is interesting.
Yes, very, very, very.
Any more tips, Shika?
Yes, so we're gonna move. I said make fun plans when the person is coming, and also you have to be confident in your relationship. Be confident in yourself, be confident in your partner.
So for those who now joining live, it's all about long distance relationships. Yeah? Can you work with it? Can you not? Does it have a variable where it could happen?
Celeste is saying she's not allowing herself to love anyone that much.
Like when you train on Daddy Gun, Celeste has trained on Daddy does association. So you see how what year Celeste was there, so that means Celeste would have been around in the days of old. Learn it. Tips,
Right?
Shika.
Stick to a schedule. So,
Schedule?
yeah.
Like what?
Like, okay, like if it is, we know that depends on the location you are, you might have different, what's call it?
Time zones.
Time
So,
zones.
yeah.
So if it is,
Abby, tell us the time it is in England right now, so we could get, because you see the thing is, when I get up in the morning, it might be 12 o'clock in the night,
Yeah.
wherever that person is. So how this virtual thing happening? With Yampin Mai or something?
right, and the thing about it is, as in all relationships, understanding is very important. Seeing understanding is very, very, very important. Because of course you could be in different time zones, and it would just be very hard to really catch up with that person.
I mean-
to actually it might be challenging. As you say, you might have
Well, that was the virtual thing. You say
Yeah, how
virtual
it
time
work.
in Trinidad time is 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And when you're calling me on the WhatsApp, you might tell it, I'm good.
Yeah,
You know what the time is?
saying confidence
It's
in
2
a
o'clock.
man.
It's 2 o'clock here.
Yes, yes, you can have confidence in yourself as an individual, and you can also have confidence in your partner as well. Yeah, and most importantly, let's forget about the schedule. Set clear boundaries. So some persons say let's have open relationships. Some persons will say nah. It's not that we're no open here. It's either we committed or we not committed. If it is they want to open, let's forget about it. You do your thing, I do my thing. So if it is they decide that you really want to go along with this long distance relationship, and you believe, okay, well, I can be committed, your partner decides I can be committed as well, you want to be able to set some, clear rules and boundaries. And they say people that say rules are meant to be broken. So I will say set boundaries, set things that you will appreciate. You don't want to be doing something. You don't want to do something you wouldn't want somebody else to do to you,
And Abby just give us the time in England.
It's 10:49 in England.
It's 10:49 in England and Abby's on work. So think about this. Abby and I in a relationship. My virtual time is now. Right? Abby is on work at 10:49. What's the time in Trinidad right now? So I call Abby and out on bed and I doing like what Ria say. I'm going to give her a virtual lap dance. And I call her video call and she put on the phone and she co-workers are wrong. And I start my virtual. Baby, I'm here to surprise you. That time I'll be on work quietly ducking from she phone because virtual lap dance going on.
We have Z saying, I don't want nothing too far away that I cannot see. I must be able to jump in a taxi and find you.
Or a boat. So about Tobago?
Some people consider that a long distance.
Tobago is a long distance relationship?
Yeah, because some people don't have the money to be going back and forth.
I mean,
And sometimes the boat is shut down.
nothing wrong with that. 50. One way. I think you could work with the Tobago man. What you tell me about Tobago too far.
All right, Nika. Nika says she'll have to watch it over. You know, she has to head out.
Big up yourself.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So, yes. Set clear rules and boundaries. Wait, true increasing. Right? Hey, Ajay is saying, Ajay from Tobago.
I find Tobago live tonight.
Ajay from, well,
So we have 3 people from Tobago. We have
Ajay.
Celeste from Tobago.
we had Kemba.
We have Kemba from Tobago. We have Ria.
Ria is from Tobago
I
as
don't
well? No, I don't
No,
know.
Ria from Tobago. Kemba, Celeste. And now we have Ajay.
Ajay.
Big
So
up yourself.
Ajay is saying it is close. Now I know Ajay personally.
Oh, Lord. Well, really?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Right.
So, people, as I was saying, and he pop up, you see how they said it's like candle? I am saying, if you have a relationship with somebody who lives Tobago, I wouldn't say that as a long distance. I see that could work.
Alright.
Right,
So Ajay, so you tell us.
You put
No.
him
Yes, yes. I
You put
put
in
him
your
in
bag.
this, yes.
Yeah,
I
but
put
I
him
know.
in. Yeah, I put him in the limelight here. Ajay, how often are you really able to come to Trinidad to see your significant other?
Is it? Oh, well, yes. So let's see what deal somebody did Trinidad. I mean, it's right, man.
So Ria is saying when you can't get a ticket or fly to Tobago, it will be real far.
I mean, usually say, what about
Ria
the
is from
virtual?
South.
What about the virtual, Ria? Now you're supposed to fit in the virtual and all these things now.
Yes, see, Celeste is saying Tobago is too far. My man can't be in Trini while I'm up here madness.
So let's say at a part chain around his neck, a collar. That's why it just go down. Yeah, that's 6 feet away to apply to all there. 6 feet is too far. So what about the social distancing? What about the people who in relationships
Yeah.
and the significant other was quarantined? And that come like a long distance because now I really can't get there. Even though you're in Quora or you're in a facility or you're self-quarantine home. How that working out?
Well, Ajay is saying due to the COVID-19 pandemic, not often for safety reasons. But let us forget about the pandemic. Before the pandemic,
Can we forget about the pandemic?
how often you'll say you were able to actually come to Trinidad and, you know, go back and forth?
Ajay, at the end of the day, is it working out fair? Is it working out that you live in Tobago and your significant other in Trinidad as a guy in a relationship? Is it working for you? Is it putting a strain on the relationship because of the distance? Or are you working around it? Have you said that to them sexy Tobago? Oh God, that was sexy about all about it. Yes, yes.
Right, so Ajay is saying $100 is, or $300 is small money for quality time. So Sonali said thanks to infection tracing, we will quarantine together.
So that's stuff. So
Well, no, the thing about it is, we have some persons, right? So, let us say, for example, Ajay, right? He is in Tobago, he lives Tobago. And if it is he happen, you know, contact, he is still in Tobago, so it cause now. He can people remember it at a time, people can even, is Tobago to Trinidad. It still don't have much traveling taking place. Due to, of course, as I
well,
say,
I mean, the
safety
pandemic
reasons.
and the safety reasons, but,
Yeah, but
was it
other than
working
that-
for you before? You know,
Yeah.
Was it working?
All
Because
right,
it's not
so-
in the COVID, you all, you know.
Oh God. So Mario saying not sexy in Tobago, but real Trinidad sexy.
So that's actually
Right? And then Z saying that's why I want to be close. Left hand dumpling in them men backside.
Papa,
So let's say I was quarantined and this whole family got sick because he can't keep away.
So again, people, this Celeste, we spoke about this. Celeste, we had a word. I thought it was great at behave. It did not behave. You know.
Right, so Ajay is actually attesting to one of the pros, it just makes the time you actually spend together more valuable.
All right, guys. So the ladies
I
and them
understand.
find that it could be valuable if we disappear for 3 months. So I would not organize a guys.
Nobody said that.
This is what we're
In
gonna
fact,
organize.
nobody on the live said that. All the ladies
I
said.
am planning on.
All the ladies said they can't really
Right,
handle this
can't get
long
it.
term.
Right, but I just say it makes the heart grow fonder. Right? So I am
1%.
in.
Now
I
he's
am-
taking advantage of the 1%.
I am going to plan a getaway, guys. This is a guys' getaway to Tobago, where we will let the ladies miss us for a weekend, and then when we return, the heart will grow fonder.
Oh, yes.
Celeste, we run it out here. You run it out.
So let's say a woman who's sexy in Tobago from Trinidad.
Oh my God.
Well, yes, we are Trinidad and Tobago. T&T.
Celeste is a red woman and has been brought up under the old laws. So you can't change she. She done get all the...
Everybody say now it's about who is more sexy. So I'm just saying sometimes the woman
Hey,
gets
that's
too
a real
comfortable.
good idea. Who's more sexy? Trinidad. That's what they go there. So cool.
I like too much back then.
Let's see.
Well, see, you want if you're planning the funeral for the man.
You was saying, this big man in this dance, you was saying, nobody here need no passport to go to Tobago. It's Trinidad. I born Trinidad and Tobago. So, in light of current events, we calling it a retreat. We going to Tobago for a night, 2 nights of, guys, being guys.
Do men go on retreats really? Because you'll quicker hear women going on retreats.
I think it's nights I call it boys' night in Tobago. Yeah, live. Boys' night live. Where would be the best place to hold this boys' night live, Celeste in Tobago? Tell me the spots.
Yeah, send the woman, yeah, even I'll send the mail.
Because Celeste is with tour guide. When we go, Celeste carrying we to all the hot spots.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's supposed to be a men's retreat.
Yeah, but we need a tour guide who can carry me
Plenty
directly.
people to talk.
Nah. Celeste know the spots. And she know me.
So, Ajay actually saying Trinidad women are easier to approach. And he put in a tracking device.
All over this thing, this thing going.
He is putting a tracking device
This
on
thing
it.
going overboard. Chica.
Yeah. We already call out the points, pros, cons, and
So people, as we in this heated vibration, feel free to tell us now. What would be a nice topic for the next Real Talk Live? Since we on who's more sexy? Who is more sexy?
we don't even have to do this, because we don't know who the winner and say already.
Hey, Ola, give us some suggestions. Feel free to place in the comment section what should be the next topic. Ria, I'm still waiting for you. Ria was supposed to explain to us how she going about the virtual scenario. Ria ain't sharing none of the tactics.
So let's just say in hard grow fonder, no way, probably for someone else.
So all who know coming on, the topic is long distance relationships, and the ladies had a field day with this one.
Yes.
So they're putting their foot down. The lady saying, is either I come in with you if it's work and the money right and I ain't doing nothing, I come in. So you're not going to no New York or no Miami or no Florida or no England or no Russia without me, with your trainee self. All day. With them girls and them running helter-skelter. It's either we do something about it or it's nothing happening. So the ladies have actually put their foot down.
Celeste is going to be the tour guide.
No, Celeste do that from since she was 10. Yeah, we don't trust Eddie and everybody with her baby.
Yeah.
Go out a while and next thing some man carry somewhere. And then she can't send the fleet. And Tobago born now. Right, so moving on amicably. Miss Bartholomew, Celeste, Abby, Ria, suggestions for the next Real Talk Live, what you guys want to talk about?
So Ajay's asking, so them women have trust issues then?
Hey, Z says she put in a tracking device so it can
Tobago, and he have a tracking device that he don't even know about.
Yeah, that tell her she grew up on the correct law. They put it in the phone when you were sleeping. Yeah, so... she grew up under the correct law. What is the next topic? Chica, what do you think? Celeste,
You tell us what.
Sonali, Abby, Ria, Ajay. What would be a nice topic you guys want to discuss for the next Real Talk Live? Other than that, let us know. Place it in the comment section, WhatsApp section.
Alright, so we say one have to be creative, exciting, and entertaining. Knowing your partner and yourself at the virtual.
Yeah, that's a diplomatic answer. I want the practical. You know what I'm saying? Give me the ball by ball. Do give me this. I'm waiting. Chico, what do you think?
What should be the next topic?
Celeste, I send a tight to Celeste, boy. Yeah. Guess what I drink it? Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, so what should be the next topic? So we had a lot of things coming out of this topic. We had commitment. We have
It's a serious topic, you know, when you say commitment, it's like, I want
trust
comment
issues.
topic. Why we don't trust?
Something like that.
Or just trust issues?
So who has more trust issues, men?
Who can
Who
you
is more
trust?
insecure?
Who is more trustworthy? Men or
Who is more trustworthy?
He's lingerie music action.
Alright, so I just say I know of a couple who got married and 3 weeks after the bride had to travel to London for a week.
Oh Lord.
She didn't own on the trip. I was on the trip. Actually, how you know the lady didn't own?
Hey.
Yes, trust issues, trust issues.
That's a serious topic, eh? Right, so Sonali is saying trust issues. All who believe that we should speak about trust issues.
Yeah, he lied right.
So all who think that, trust issues, you can send some hearts. All who believe that, trust issues should be the next topic. And for all those who are now joining in, it was, because you're late.
Yes, a long distance relationship.
Long distance relationships. So the next Real Talk would be trust issues, and we will get into some of the reasons why some of us, we don't trust, some of us coming out from bad relationships, and we could deal with trust issues. So Celeste, Real Talk Live is on a Friday night at 7 p.m. Julie, you're late. And I made sure and remind you.
This was supposed to be, this is your topic here.
And this is your topic, so real licks. Yeah, I either blame Smalley for this. Don't blame Smalley. Don't put Smalley in front of the firing squad. Eh? Right. So, for the next Real Talk Live, Friday night, 7 p.m. would be
trust issues.
Trust issues. Why do men and women have this elephant in the room? Because it looked like if a boy had to go and do a little 3 months, he had to carry the woman. Why he can do it 3 months and he trusts him to come back and things roll as normal? You know what I mean? I find... Yeah. Next thing the boss say, well, we are paying for that. That coming out with that money could have go somewhere else. So people, is your boy Liar.
And a girl Chica J.
Yes, Celeste, we will be doing trust issues. Real Talk Live, Friday night, 7 p.m.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So, back it up in the calendar. Next week, Friday, 7 p.m., Real Talk Live, Trust Issues. Mario want a shoot.
Yeah.
Mario want a shoot. We go on, or they go on, start to give people trouble. We go on.